Let's take a couple questions. I only have one report that I made. I don't see 7 reports. Guys, you may have deleted some reports. Like I say, they were very tricky in the beginning. Betty, if you need the number 7 report, feel free to send to us or the support department that message saying, I need the number 7. Now, maybe you're saying number 7 because that's the one I edited. So let me clarify. It doesn't matter which of those 7 reports that you set up. It doesn't have to be number 7. It can be any one of them, okay? And then it looks like Betty got it. So good deal, Betty. Good for you. Anybody else? Any questions? Come on, guys, help me out here a little bit. We got 10 minutes to go yet. No questions. Is there anything else you guys want to see? I mean, I'll be glad to create another report with the 10 minutes we have left. If not, I'm sure everybody's got things to do. Okay. Well, guys, there's no sense in us standing here. Well, here we go. I'm looking for a report for paying employee hourly wages. Well, there are several reports in your software, okay? That could be on a dashboard, or it could also just be in the reports, okay? So on your payroll hour stuff, most of that you can either come from common or all reports, employee, payroll, okay? And you'll see a bunch of items in here. If you're looking for hours, okay, I think you're going to see the hours on the tech summary report that we just showed, hours sold, hours billed, okay? And then if you're using the time clock, there's a whole bunch of reports under the time clock that are going to be able to give you your hours. So look through some of those reports and see if that's going to get you what you need. Boy, now the questions are coming in. I'm looking for a report to track the invoice totals per unit. Invoice totals per unit. Maybe you can help me understand that in a set period of time. Unit of what, Melanie? And I'll let you throw that in. We'll move on down the list. But if you can tell me a unit of what? Are you looking for hours sold? Are you looking for how many tires a guy sold? Or you know, what are you really looking for there? Employees are using the computer to clock in and out. Okay, that's good. So then, Betty, back to you. You'd probably want to use the time clock. You've got an attendance report. Okay, you've got down in here time clock records, which are going to give you hours. You've got efficiency, invoice summary. There's bound to be a couple of reports in there that are going to give you what you need if that's what you're looking for. Alex, how service advisors will see dashboards? Well, again, what you'll do is whatever dashboards you're going to do, then you just want to make sure that you deploy, so create your dashboards and deploy them to your service advisors, just like we showed right there. Make sure they've got the security settings.
Yeah, show the security setting.
So show the security, okay. So guys, we went over that in one of them, but that's under manager options. You can go into security options. I'm going to go to users. Okay, I've set Greg up. Greg is a service advisor and does other things at my shop. So under his roles, I put him in as a general manager. The security settings specific to reports, you'll go into permissions, although most of them will be there already depending on what role you apply. But under permissions, you can go to add if they're not able to run those reports. Okay, and down in here, you're going to have all the categories for reports. As we discussed in some of the previous webinars, one of the critical ones is going to be the report location. So if you don't have the location set in there, then they can't run the report. Doesn't matter what report it is, okay? Also under general, okay, there are all kinds of reports. They're going to need to be able to view the reports. Okay, so we've got general view. Let's go back to the reports. I didn't get the location in there, so let's get that location in there. and they can execute reports from that location. All right. We can continue to add under reports, and now things are going to get a little slicey and dicey. What report category? Okay. So whatever report you've got in your dashboard or whatever report you want them to run, okay. An example, we did a dashboard on vital signs. Well, then vital signs has to be a category that they run. Under employees, okay, we ran some employee summaries so we can check employees, but you're going to get the general employee reports, but if you don't want them to have payroll or time clock, then don't check those boxes. Okay, those are the reports that we put into our dashboard. Next, okay, and if you do an allow, you're selecting that category. Allow all children brings in all the reports underneath there. So really, most likely you probably want allow all children would be what I would want, which the children are the reports underneath that category. So you just got to get in. And first of all, I'd say see if they can get the report before you go in here and make any changes. Okay, see if they get the report before you, because a lot of these roles are set up. And then if you go to report, now you're looking at the specific reports. So an example, if you just wanted that, instead of going to the report category, which I just set up, if I go back to the report category, here I'm selecting, like if you look at employee, okay, if I go to the report, okay, these are all the reports underneath the employee. So which reports do you want them to run? So you can be more specific. I want them to be able to run that report. I want them to be able to run whichever report. So you can pick the actual report. And you'll remember, if you look in the background, those are the two reports that we did the graphs on, the technician and the service advisor. Okay? So you can go in and set specifics on this. And you just, like I say, you just have to work with it a little bit, and that'll allow that
do the dashboard security as well.
Excuse me, guys. Okay, so if we go down under dashboards, okay, we have general, next, view, would allow them to view the report. Modify, if checked, will allow them to change the report. So if you just want them to look but not touch, then just check view. If you want to allow them to modify the report, then you select modify. I don't want them modifying the report. I'll modify the report, and that's the way I've set mine up. So just remember, you guys have the security settings, which does play a part in here. But again, most of the roles that are in here for people like service advisors are going to be able to run general reports. A general manager is going to be able to run most all reports. A technician normally would be reports on themselves, which are in brackets the user reports. Okay? So work with it, and if you guys have questions, that's why we have a support department, okay? So it's exactly what you need to do is let us know. Back to some of the questions. Has anybody been working with these, or am I gonna? Okay, employees using computer, how, set time period. Do dashboards need to stay open to refresh? No, they do not. A dashboard will refresh every time you open it, regardless of the time frame. So if I go in here to this report, watch, it automatically refreshes. So whenever you open up a new dashboard, it's going to automatically refresh. Okay. If I leave it open, then the refresh rate or the refresh interval is what's going to make it refresh if it's open. Hopefully that helps with that one. My today report does not display. My remaining 6 display fine. Okay. If I'm not mistaken, guys, there's a caching on the reports when you run a report like for today. I had another gentleman say that that he wasn't getting any reports on today. Jeff, do you happen to know the refresh rate when
No.
that?
That should be fine. I suspect that he needs to go into the into the wrench tool and execute each of them in that dashboard. I think that just might have not have been done in his case.
Could be. Here's the thing. That's a good point, Jeff, and I forget that. When we import your dashboards, there's 3 things that should be done. Okay, and we always try to do this, but it may not work for everybody. Okay, hit the wrench on any of your dash. Let me get out of here. Open the dashboard, select the wrench. Okay, you can either change or leave the time frame, but I always open them, execute, and then save. And if you do those 3 things, refresh the interval, execute, and save, then the report should work. And if it doesn't, you need to get in touch with the support folks, okay? Just remember that. If you're having troubles with a report, open up the wrench, just refresh the interval, execute, save, and that report should work fine. And if not, you'll need to get with the support folks on that. We use the unit column per vehicle. Melanie, I think we're going to have to talk because I'm not really, you're saying unit number on the vehicle? I think that needs to be a discussion. Sorry, unit vehicle number in our fleet. Okay, not really sure what that has to do with the dashboards. I'd encourage you, Melanie, to get in touch with support because that really needs to be a conversation, and they should be able to help you with that. Okay, I apologize, but I know writing is tougher than talking. So I'm going to go here. We have, when you have a timer on the reports, does that affect the system speed in any way? No, it does not. No, it will not slow your system down. Well, now, there's a lot of things that go into that. Your internet speed, things like that all have to do with that. But how often, what she's talking about there is this interval, refresh interval. That's not going to slow you down. It's not, you shouldn't notice any impact on your system for that. Again, if you guys will watch this, if I'm going to set this to this year to date, let's just do a time test, okay? I'm going to change that report to this year to date, okay? And it's refreshed. So that was about 2 seconds. I've got pretty good internet speed, so depends on your computer speed, but it really should not have an effect on the integrity of how your software performs. Okay, Melanie, again, I'd encourage you to get with the support team. How will he access it? Alex, here, what happens with that? If I log in, you guys just saw me put together all that stuff for Greg. So let's go to Greg, okay? And I'm going to put Greg's in. So Greg's going to log in. Greg's going to go to dashboards, and there's the dashboard, okay? So that's how they access the dashboards is from the main ribbon out here, okay? Can we track any job or process that we make? Can we track any job or process that we make? Probably need a little bit more on that, Robert. If you say a job, I'm assuming you mean a service package. And if it is a service package, yes, you can set up dashboards. There's several reports that will run in your system on service package sales. Probably under all reports. Service, where was it? Service item spending, that's not what I wanted. Service package sales right here. So if you say if I create a job, meaning a service package in your system, then yes, you will be able to report on it. Hopefully that will help you guys. All right, guys, good questions. Wow, they just came out of the woodwork all of a sudden, and that's great because I get worried when nobody has any questions. I encourage you to get in and work with the reports, the dashboards. You're not going to mess anything up because all the reports come from canned reports. Those will never go away, so you can customize them however you want. If you don't like it, you can change it or you can start over. On the dashboards, if you get in there and you feel you've messed it up, remember you can delete it and re-import it. So the only way you're going to learn is to get in there, and just like learning to ride a bicycle, you're going to have to get in and skin your knees up a little bit and do some of those things. So everybody, thank you so much. I appreciate, and we will talk to you again on May 15th. We'll get an email out. I'm not sure exactly what we're going to cover in the next webinar, but we certainly appreciate you coming out and spending some time with us. So everybody have a great day, okay? Bye for now.